when you look at the Israeli politics of the last few years, I know not everyone keeps up with it, but you certainly do. There's been a lot of division, a lot of polarisation within Israeli politics and the debate there. This will bring Israelis together, but is that part of the reason why there was a blind spot that has seen this atrocity perpetrated?
Yes, I think there are two basic reasons for the events, with the advantage of hindsight. Undoubtedly, the very divisive, polarising debate within Israel over judicial reform has attracted the attention of Israel's enemies, giving them to believe that Israel is somewhat a paper tiger, that it's imploding, it's collapsing, and certainly encouraging them to develop these plans to attack when Israel is distracted. And unquestionably, that has been a factor. The other factor, of course, that we need to take into account is the increasing coexistence and reconciliation between Israel and the Arab world, the Abraham Accords, which are genuine, are deep, are meaningful, and of course were threatening to be extended in a very important way in terms of Saudi Arabia and Israel establishing a high degree of normalization. And these two factors, perhaps amongst others, certainly help to explain the logic underlying the planning for this very extreme attack. It could also, of course, hopefully show the way forwards, in the sense that, in a way, it's Israel under attack in a huge way, but the Iranian involvement and the Iranian game plan represents a threat to all of the moderate actors in the Middle East, the broader Arab Sunni world, and they well know it, which of course is one of the reasons that they have developed these very meaningful and constructive ties with Israel.
There was a rally closer to home in Sydney where an imam spoke celebrating the outcome of these events in Israel. What's your reaction to that? I know James Patterson, the Liberal senator, has warned anyone attending another rally in a couple of hours from now in Sydney that Hamas and Hezbollah are both listed terrorist organisations, and anyone with that sort of paraphernalia, flags or supporting those groups could face the scrutiny of intelligence and security agencies.
Well, I can only agree with you. I mean, Hamas and Hezbollah, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, they're prescribed terrorist organizations in this democratic, multicultural nation, as they should be. So, yes, I would say the authorities would be looking at the legal dimensions of this, because morally, this stance is profoundly offensive, I think, to all Australians, certainly to all Jewish Australians, when we've seen such brutal atrocities occur and keep occurring. They're totally inconsistent with the values of a democratic, multicultural Australia. I'm sure they're being widely condemned from shore to shore in this country. And I can't believe that any mainstream Australian today would have anything but absolute contempt and revulsion when they see these celebrations taking place.
And would you hope that our security agencies are keeping a very close eye on subsequent rallies and protests of solidarity?
I not only would hope, but I'm sure that they almost certainly will be. And that is absolutely necessary in the circumstances. There are limits to free speech and protest. There's no right to promote hatred and extol violence and brutality and bestiality that we see on display. I think all mainstream Australians would agree with those sentiments and would expect our authorities to take the appropriate steps.
Dr. Colin Rubenstein, thank you for your time as always. We'll stay in touch.